Imagine if you had a time machine and used it to travel to the 19th century, to the time just before the creation of the first professional football league. Imagine offering those people the choice between playing a sport with 11 boring humans on each team, or playing with teams of rocket-powered cars that can fly and make the most spectacular moves. Surely when you'd present the facts to them, they would have no choice but to choose cars, right? So just in case you haven't heard about it, Rocket League is a game about the age-old tradition of kicking a ball around the field while driving cars, in an attempt to kick the ball into the other team's goal. But although you are driving a car, the game of Rocket League does feel a lot like real-life football, simulating such classic footballing activities like shooting, dribbling, crossing, goalkeeping, and flying. People have said that in some ways Rocket League feels more like football than FIFA. You know, FIFA, that game that costs 3 times as much and that you have to buy new every year because otherwise you wouldn't have the latest version. Also, you'd have that guy on your team, you know, that guy. The one who used to be your hero, but he went to a different club in the summer because they offered him more money, and now you hate his guts and have voodoo dolls in his likeness that you torture every single day. A big reason why many people love Rocket League so much is probably just how simple it is. You won't find any ability trees, in-game markets for better equipment, or overpowered downloadable content that you need to buy just to stay competitive. Nor will you find a story mode about the game's cars fighting off aliens in an intergalactic war over who controls the most stadiums or anything. No, it's just a few cars and a big ball on the field and off you go. Although the game's concept might be simple, Rocket League's physics system is quite brilliant. If you're constantly shooting balls into the top corner of the goal, or dribbling past opponents like a madman, it's not because you've memorized the correct sequence of buttons you need to press, but it's because you've correctly estimated the flight and momentum of the ball and acted accordingly. Besides rewarding great play, the physics system also allows for moments of spectacular failure, which means this usually very serious game sometimes turns into a hilariously funny one. Rocket League, of course, isn't the first game to popularize a fictional version of sports, as Nintendo have been having success with their Mario Kart games for multiple decades now, and yet it seems to have taken until now for a game to prove that yes, colorful and unrealistic sports games can actually be incredibly successful on other platforms. Here's hoping for a new wave of fictional sports games to hit the market inspired by Rocket League's success. What about a game of baseball on brooms, for example? Anyway, you should try out Rocket League if you haven't already, because even if you're not into football at all, this is a game that you will most likely enjoy, especially if you've got friends to play it with. The expression easy to learn, hard to master was pretty much made for this game. It's really easy to understand, but it'll be a long time before you've got nothing left to learn. On top of that, it's only €20, and even cheaper when it's on sale. I know game critics these days are handing out 9s and 10s like they're playing Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, but truly, Rocket League is worthy of the high praise it's gotten.